Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and I have been slacking on these readings. I apologize. I've been like an out-of-work porn star or something. So, I'm going to be doing a tarot reading, okay, for the Twin Flame Collective. This is going to be masculine and feminine, right? So it's going to be about both your guys' energy at this time, and then your headspace, heart space, their headspace, their heart space, and then obviously the outcome. Okay? So basically, this is for the last week of September. September's almost over, and boy, this month really went by fast. I honestly don't even know what happened. Did I do anything? Did I accomplish anything? I have no idea. My head hurts. Really, just a confusing month altogether. So I am going to basically just start with the masculines, I think, right? I know everybody loves that shit. Everyone loves your masculines. So we will get started, I think, right? All right. So, dear spirit, tell me what's going on with the masculine energy during this time. What is going on with the masculine energy? I always think it'd be really weird if somebody who knew me heard me doing this. They'd be like, "What the hell is this guy saying? Dear spirit guides? What the fuck is wrong with him?" Oh well. I still haven't told anybody that I do this stuff. One day they'll find out. So, all right. What is going on with the masculine energy during this time? What is their energy like at this time? Okay. So the first card that we have is the Fool. Okay. So the Fool it basically denotes a new beginning of some sort, basically taking a leap of faith, really beginning an adventure. If you think Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit, it's a very good book. You should read it. If you haven't, I actually don't care if you read it or not, but it is a very good book. And in that story, if you're familiar, it's basically about a character setting off on an adventure. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust this. There we go. And so, in their energy right now, they're coming upon a time or a phase in their life where they're actually about to embark on something new. Okay. This is going to be quite a. This is going to be a fulfilling type of cycle that they're beginning, because the next card that I got after is the World. Okay, so this really is about new cycles beginning. Okay, for them, what's going on energetically during this next time is they're going to be feeling almost inspired. Okay, to start taking new chances and new opportunities, and really begin new cycles. Right. Okay. After that, we do have two more cards, however, both of them very different than those two major arcanas. Okay, the first card we have is the Four of Cups. Okay, this is about taking time out to really decide what it is that they want. Okay, really trying to discern what cup would actually fulfill them. Right, so it is about ignoring an emotional state of being at this time. Right, so again, more negatively, this might be them ignoring their relationship with you, but on a more objective scale, it's really just about taking time out to discuss within themselves how to handle their own situation, how to put a best foot forward type of thing. We then have the Nine of Swords, which is in reverse. Now, the Nine of Swords upright is basically just about anxiety and being stuck inside of your head, having negative thoughts. When it's reversed, it's really just to an extreme where they feel very stressed, like they can't get out of it. Okay, they might be very, very stressed. At this time, I just said stressed more than I wanted to, but they might be feeling very down, drained, strained, other rhyming words. Really, just all around not feeling very good mentally. Okay, being trapped inside of their head, or feeling that they're stuck inside something. Okay. Which is interesting, because it's like with the Fool and the World, it's like you have these two major arcanas with this underlying energy of what's really about to come into their life, and yet with a minor arcana, it seems that in their day-to-day life they're very stuck. And so those are very contrasting energies, right? The Fool and the World, again, because major arcana is an overarching thing, really, that comes in periods and waves, like kind of holidays and stuff. Um, this would indicate completions or beginnings of cycles and new adventures, which is what the energy is really going on, like almost if you can imagine above their heads. but what they're living through day to day is minor arcana, and so far what we have is this Four of Cups and the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is really about not being able to make a decision, being stuck, feeling drained, feeling stressed, feeling not like themselves. Okay, there's a lot of negativity with these two cards together. Okay, um, so whatever situation they may be in is really causing them quite a deal of inner turmoil. What else can you tell me about their energy for this last week of September? Yeah, we then have the Justice card. Okay, so this is about bringing balance back to the Force. No, that's a Star Wars reference. That's not right. It's about bringing balance back to your life, to the life in general, right? To their life, to the situation, to the relationship that you guys share, right? This is more than likely, because it is a major arcana card, an indication that they're going to be feeling justice weighed down upon them. And this really has two different types of meanings. Because it's an energy, I'm going to mention one of the meanings, but I don't think that that's the prevailing energy, but I'll mention it first. The first meaning, of course, could be about bringing justice to you in that situation. But what I truly feel, because of just how it's laid out with the cards, especially since it's right next to the Nine of Swords in reverse, is it has more to do with the fact that that justice is going to be given to them, but divine justice, right? So that's why they're feeling all these negative feelings right now. And so putting it again into an example, what they've done to you is going to be done to them, okay? And that's just the best way to put it, I think. I'm going to keep going, but that is what I feel the most strongly. It does feel like there is something that is going to be be happening in their life that is going to cause them to balance out and see things, right? To understand where the balance needs to be in the relationship within themselves. Because once they experience something that you yourself have experienced, then things can be even again, and that's why you have the Justice card. Okay, and so even though it might be negative in the moment, it ultimately always will have a positive outcome in the future. Okay. Lastly, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, you have, and this is more about justice. Interestingly enough, okay, this crow basically divvying out a gift to these other crows, saying it has enough. Here's an extra fish, because in its mouth it has a snake, right? So it's already got some food. It's got a fish. It's say here's an extra fish. You guys have it, right? So Six of Pentacles is all about a gift. Okay, basically a gift that you did not really earn or work for, kind of like winning a lottery. Somebody gives you something kind of unforeseen, unexpected a little bit. Okay, so energetically as a card, rather than like an action or something, it would be more about again a little bit more to do with balances. They are going to be given something. Okay. Now, the Six of Pentacles is a good card, but having it next to Justice and just in the spread in general, it's whatever they're going to get is going to be basically what they deserve. Okay. And so there might be some good news out of it for them, I mean. But ultimately, when you have the World and the Fool at the beginning of this reading, it's whatever's happening down here. The cycles and stuff are being closed out, and they're really battling an old life, okay, battling to end it within themselves and externally, internally, right? Whereas the Divine Feminines right now are actually battling a new life, right? You guys are on two different ends of the spectrum, right? Two different cycles. Okay, they're closing one out. You guys are beginning it, and just you have different obstacles and different delays and things in the way, right? You guys are climbing the apex, and so there's things in your way, right? Divine Feminines, and they are kind of going down from that hill, from that mountain, that apex, towards the valley, so to speak, and so very different energies. Okay. Also, I wanted to mention this. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with this, but most, if all of the Divine Feminines that I've talked to have been or are older than their Divine Masculines, okay? And that is a theme that I'm picking up that I wanted to mention to you guys. Now, I'm not saying that every Divine Feminine is older than the Divine Masculine. I'm sure that there are a couple, but it seems, generally speaking, that most, if not all of you Divine Feminines are older than your Divine Masculines, okay? At least the ones I speak to. So that is interesting, right? Because not only are you guys more spiritually evolved than they are, but you're also more mature. You've had that extra year or two or three or whatever it is of wisdom living on this planet, right? And you're also maybe more physically mature as well, and just in that sense. So I just wanted to mention that because it's just interesting. Okay, it just gives you a little bit of perspective about where you're at and where they're at. They're always a level behind, and that's why I always say the divine feminines actually carry the weight of the relationship. They're the driving force, the engine. Okay, so now I'm going to do the feminine energy. All right. So, dear spirit, what's going on with the feminine energy during this time? Tell me about the feminine's energy during this last week of September. All right. So I got two cards. Okay. The first card that I got is, I'm just going to read it the way that it came out. Is the Hangman. Okay. So this is about being suspended in air, midair, really, and waiting for things to really close out. It's funny that you have it underneath the Fool, because the Hangman is almost like waiting to take a leap of faith, waiting to take an adventure, um, right? And and so that is an indication that you guys are feeling a little bit stuck, maybe in limbo at this moment, whether it's an emotional limbo, whether it could be a physical limbo, a state of change, state of being. You're basically transitioning between cycles, right? Because again, you guys are ending, right? And so the next card that we have after this is the Wheel of Fortune, which is, again, underneath the World card, which is quite incredible, okay? Again, two major arcanas for both you guys, okay? And both of them almost mirroring each other. You guys are waiting for this cycle, waiting for that, twin flame, waiting for your divine masculine, your day-to-day life, okay, a little bit suspended. But the Wheel of Fortune is suggestive here that things are going to change for the better, and that if you've been feeling down, if you've been down on your luck, whatever might be going on with you at this time, the Wheel of Fortune is here to say that things are actually going to change, and you are going to be getting some new cycle is going to begin for you guys, and that basically it's destiny at work here, and that even if you feel a certain way right now, it's still going to happen, right? There is no there's no escape from this type of good news. Okay, so there is some good stuff coming. All right, now the Wheel of Fortune doesn't specifically speak to good things happening, but having it next to the Hangman is going to at least suggest that if you've been feeling that you've been in limbo recently, even if it's just emotionally, that period is going to come to an end, okay? And that fate is going to intervene. So you guys are on the right track. What else can you tell me about the energy? Yep, so this is a really great card to get. We now have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is about a wish fulfillment. Okay, this is about having your greatest, deepest wish fulfilled. Okay, now it's not saying that all your wishes are going to be fulfilled at once, but it is saying the one you care about the most inside of your heart is going to be fulfilled. So this is very good news, guys. Okay, it's interesting. Look how, I mean, it's mirroring each other. Like they have the Four of Cups, which is really about having no wishes fulfilled. It's about taking time out to decide what you really want, not choosing things. Okay, the Nine of Cups, on the other hand, is about choosing that wish. Is about getting that wish. So having it after the Wheel of Fortune is saying that destiny is going to come in here and give you guys your deepest wish at this time. It's at least going to give you a wish granted. Okay, it might not. The Nine of Cups does speak to a deep wish being fulfilled, but let's not take it too seriously here, because like for me, for instance, my deepest wish and all of the wishes that I could exist for in the world, is not for me to, let's say, move out of my house. Okay, but that is the most logical wish. It is the most practical wish. It is something that I wish, I guess, for daily. So for me, that would be a great thing. Okay, for me to find a new place to live would be a wish fulfilled. Now, it's not my deepest wish on earth, but um, I think you get the point without me having to go on a spiel. So let me keep going. But it's very good energy to be in, okay? We now have the Magician card, another major arcana, okay? So 3 for both of you guys so far. The Magician is about manifesting your desires, using all the tools of the universe to create what it is that you want, okay? This crow has a wand, pentacle, sword, and cup, okay? And so it's really all about using the energy and just alchemy and really creating something from nothing, okay? About building that empire. So again, you guys are going to be in an energy where you guys are going to feel like you can do anything, where you guys can manifest anything. So even if you guys are feeling negative, remember that those negative feelings are going to go away, okay? And I just got a card that literally just confirms that, okay? Because we have the Star card. The Star card is always about if you're feeling negative or in a period of bad luck, it is saying have hope, have faith. Things are about to get better. You're about to enter into a new tranquil state. Okay, this bird is it's bathing, and it's water is a metaphor for cleansing. Okay, that's why anytime I have too much cheesecake, I often go into the shower and cry, and then I feel better. So anyway, the Star card, okay? That's about good news. Things are really about to look up for you guys, okay? So if you do feel down and negative, don't worry. Things are about to get better, especially with that Wheel of Fortune, okay? Because at the start, you're in the Hangman, right? So that's a little like your suspension, right? That's where all the doubt and the negativity really festers. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune saying there is going to be some event that happens in your life that shakes things up. You get a wish fulfilled, right? So you're going to be feeling much more positive, okay? And again, the Star card also telling you to not give up hope, okay? And then we have the Death card. Ooh, that's very scary, huh? But what this means is that you guys are going to be transforming, okay? Something in your life is going to be ending, and that's sad. That sucks. But, however, ultimately you can see this crow rising from the bird there, okay, from its dead self. So it's about transformation. Having it next to all of these positive cards is indicating that this transformation is going to be entirely positive. Okay, if I had the Death card next to the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords and whatever other bullshit negative cards like the Devil or some shit, I would be like, oh man, that's really really negative. But what you have it here next to is the Star, the Magician, the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and then Hangman. Right? Very very positive. So what that's really saying is that you can count on a deep, profound transformation to change your life for the better. Okay? And that, this is going to be in tandem with having your wishes, or at least a wish, fulfilled and being able to manifest what you want. Okay? So it's a necessary transformation because without it, you're not going to get everything that you need. Okay? So you guys have 4 major arcana. So you guys are in a powerful, powerful energy at this time. Okay? So I'm going to push these up out of my way. There we go. Yeah, just keep going. One more. Okay, so I think I will start with the Divine Masculine's headspace. So this is going to be about how they're thinking about you, the relationship, and really just a general sort of feel as well, whatever I can pick up on. So, dear guys, please tell me about what's going on inside of the headspace of the masculines at this time. How are they thinking towards their divine feminines and the relationship? So I'll pull a couple cards. So we have the Hermit, okay? The Hermit card is all about introspection and deep thinking and taking some time out. So really, this is also kind of an indication of separation, but I can tell you that they're doing some heavy thinking about you at this time. Really, very, very heavy energy with the Hermit. The Hermit is not light and free like the Fool. The Hermit is like an old man looking out into the sea and that whole cliche thing, okay? It's about being able to just go within and find out your own answers, okay? So they're really thinking about you a lot at this time. Maybe thinking about some of the things that were said between you guys, and some of the things that have happened. Okay. We then have the Devil card. So this is about attachment. Okay. This really has 2 meanings. Really about whatever situation they're in, because they might be stuck in a situation that's karmic. Whether it's a relationship, a job. Um, I guess that's really it. It's a family situation, whatever it may be. And in addition to that, also about the codependency and the attachment that they have with you. Okay, so it's not necessarily negative in the way that I don't think that they think that you're the devil, right? It's more about they're thinking about the types of attachments in their life, especially with that energy up there. And they're thinking, because they're thinking about you so much, it's almost like they're becoming a little bit more codependent than where you guys were. Because you guys, if you have been doing the work, might have been more codependent on the at the beginning, right? And now you're a little bit less so. Okay, and I speak for myself. I can't know each and every one of you, but hopefully you guys are in that energy. But that's what the cards are saying, because after that we also have the Page of Wands, which literally it's a communication card, and it's always about good news. Okay, it's a communication card that is really just so to backpedal and not have a stroke and have a useless sentence that makes no sense. The Page of Wands would indicate that they're thinking about communicating towards you, okay, and thinking about how to do so, okay. They definitely want to talk about the types of things that have happened between you guys, and they're doing heavy thinking about you right now, and definitely they're in their own little karmic situations, whatever that may be, even if it's just an emotional state. But ultimately, what's going on with these guys is they want to they're thinking, right? Thinking, wanting to communicate, wanting to do something, wanting to take some type of action, and yet the devil card indicating that there's some type of chains keeping them from making that move, right? So they are thinking about you though, very heavily. So I'm going to get your headspace now for them, okay? So how are the feminines, dear spirit, thinking about the masculines at this time? So you guys first and foremost have the Nine of Wands. This is about feeling defensive towards them, about feeling guarded. Okay, this is literally building a wall here, right? To essentially keep feelings out, right? I feel like there's a metaphor in there for America, but I'll let you guys interpret that. So, it's about feeling defensive. So you guys might be feeling guarded, on guard about your twin flame at this time towards your divine masculine, right? Not being able to trust. If they did come back, would you be able to trust that their actions are true, that their words are real, etc., etc. So there is that element, right? So you guys might be feeling a little bit guarded. Here we go, right? This is the moon card. Okay, this is about whether or not you're seeing something for what it really is, or if like the moon itself is actually revealing the truth. It's about illusions, right? It's not it's not really a negative card. It's basically suggestive of saying that like what you see might not be the truth, or like it could be, but like how do I know, and like will I ever know, and like god damn it, like can I get a break over here? That type of energy, okay? It's very it's a moon, okay? If you've ever been out at night, it looks very very pretty, mostly. I mean, I don't know, I like the moon, but especially when it's full and large and no clouds in the sky, it's very luminous and bright, and you can stare at it, and all that stuff, right? But it can be quite transfixing, right? And it's almost the opposite of the sun, really. I mean, obviously, but in a metaphorical sense, right? You can't stare at the sun too long. You get a sense of it and you look away. But with the moon, you can stare at the moon forever, and oftentimes when you start staring, it's very hard to tear your eyes away from it, right? Because you become transfixed on it. So what you're seeing the truth or not? So you're definitely thinking that there's some illusions again in regards to their words and their actions, and even where they are in their life. You might even be questioning whether or not they're your twin. We then have the King of Pentacles. So this could be really, couple meanings here. This could be you thinking of them, okay? Thinking of them as the King of Pentacles. Basically, the King of Pentacles is a benefactor, somebody that helps somebody out. So you could be wishing for them to help you out. It doesn't have to be in regards to finances, but it could just be about a type of union and committed relationship. The Pentacles stable, right? So you could want them to be stable. You could see them as the stable partner, but the stable one, right? For instance, you might be like me and do a lot of creative things, entrepreneurial things, more outside of the box creative thinking, creating your own destiny type of thing, whereas they might be the more traditional one, right? The King of Pentacles is very traditional, so could be seeing it like that. Another possible meaning is you could just wish that they would be like this, right? Or wish that they were more stable. Okay, so that's how you guys are thinking about each other at this time. Pretty interesting stuff going on there. A little bit of role reversal, all right? And not the kinky kind. I don't even know what I'm referencing. I think I just say shit. Okay, so let's find out about the heart space now for the masculines, okay? So this is what they're going to be feeling towards you in the relationship. So, dear Spirit, how are the masculines feeling right now? What is their heart space like towards their feminines? So this is a really great card to get, really. We have the Empress, okay? This is you guys. You guys, this is the divine feminine energy, okay? You can see this crow flying above its fertile farm grounds, right, with its apples or tomatoes. They're probably tomatoes. But anyway, they're red, so honest mistake. And so the Empress is you, okay? The fertile, abundant, mothering, nurturing, creative, okay, sensual being, okay? That's you guys, okay? So inside their heart space, they definitely feel you're the divine feminine. They feel connected to you, okay? They feel that you embody the Empress. We then have the Nine of Pentacles, okay, which is a great card to get next to the Empress. In traditional tarot, it's actually a woman, not a wolf and a crow and a butterfly, but the same meaning really, is all about feeling abundant, feeling stable, feeling like you can finally relax, put your feet up on the ottoman, whatever. I love ottomans. I don't know why. I just love them. I love putting my feet up on things, I guess. But Nine of Pentacles, okay, so really about being able to, right, or seeing you in a way that in which you are comfortable. Okay, they see you as a type of homely person, somebody to that they feel that that you have this type of energy about you, an abundant energy, right? Especially next to the Empress, it's like you are that person creating the vision of the world, right? Your vision of the world, I mean. And the butterflies, of course, symbolism of transformation. Crow is really all about wisdom and following your intuition, and the wolf, of course, having that element of not only courage and introspection, but also of mysticism and loyalty. Okay, so we then have the Six of Wands. Okay, so this is about reaching an objective or completing a goal, basically becoming successful. It's also a great card when you're wanting to know about somebody. Are they going to express their feelings? Is this relationship going to take off? Is the business going to be exciting or successful, etc., etc.? But just inside their heart space, this is really saying that they see you as an objective to be had or to be reached. Okay, so inside of their heart space, very positive feelings. Okay, and inside of their head space, it's more like they are more like they're stuck in thought, especially with that Nine of Swords in reverse in their energy, okay? But inside their heart space, deep down, where they're not truly connected to yet, where they might be getting along those lines with that energy up there, with the Fool card. But so inside their heart space, very good energy. They definitely feel you as a. Not only do they feel you energetically, but they also feel that you are a home person, somebody that feels like home, abundant, an objective or success. Okay. So that might be weird to hear because it's in their heart space. It's like, well, if they feel that way, then how come they're not with me? But feeling one way is not, that doesn't really take away everything else going on inside of them. And, I don't mean to defend anybody. I'm the last person that would want to defend people that can't commit. But remember, if there's any aspects of yourself in life where, you might have feelings or you had feelings for someone, or even something, whatever it may have been, but there was a lot of other stuff going on in your life, right? It can be incredibly hard to trust those feelings, okay? So maybe have some sympathy, if not for them, if for yourself, okay? Because the more that you can reflect any type of resentment back onto you and, transmute it into, some type of self-love, you'll understand that it's much easier to see things and heal your own self than have to worry about them at all. So, but let's find out. We'll continue on and go into your heart space. So what is the feminine's heart space? How are they feeling towards their masculines at this time? During this last week of September. So we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is you guys. I feel like you guys definitely feeling connected to your intuition. Okay, the Queen of Cups is somebody that's really really in control of her emotions and is an intuitive type of woman. Okay, so I think that you guys are, I think you guys know what's going on. I feel like you guys definitely want to express yourselves, but feel like you can't, feel a little bit blocked in that way. And that you wish that you could, right? But you guys are so I mean, the Queen of Cups is somebody who has all of these emotions and strength and can draw strength from them, right? Can draw upon these reserves, like the Queen of the Ocean, so to speak. Because in this card, you have a couple crabs and fish, starfish, other random shit. I don't know if it's a dolphin. I have no idea what's going on there. But the idea is it's like Aquaman, right? You have all these creatures and things of the sea looking towards this crow. So, and again, in addition, so like inside of your heart space, feeling very drawn towards them emotionally, right? You still have these strong emotions for them. You definitely know intuitively that you're connected to them, okay? I mean, this is holy shit. You have 3 court cards here, okay? You then have the King of Cups, okay, which is about that man, right, that male archetype of being in touch with his heart, being in touch with his emotions, being able to commit freely and be openly expressive. And you then have the Queen of Wands, okay, which is a fiery, passionate type of female energy, someone that's in control of her own passion and can lead it, right, because there's 2 lions here, right, with this crow above them, basically having them in balance. So the Queen of Wands is somebody that, can pinpoint her where her direction and go with it, right? Very fiery and passionate person, loves nature, outdoorsy, right? As an energy, just very vibrant, okay? So really inside of your heart space, I mean, this is a lot of meanings, to be honest. This could go so many different ways, having these three court cards. But it's almost like, the first meaning is, you definitely want them to be, you want to be the Queen of Cups, you want them to be the King of Cups, right? There's that element as well. You want the passion in the relationship. Um, you could be feeling very passionate towards them during this time. You could be seeing a lot of signs about them, okay? You have the king, again, and it also could, be about the amount of feelings that you have for them, right? With the queen or the king, or any queen or king, right? Any feelings are going to be quite, especially with these cups cards, going to be very abundant and overflowing, right? Like given freely and stuff like that. It's also very suggestive that you guys are more in a powerful role than you might have been in the past. Because you have the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands, it's almost like you guys are very much more secure and mature than you might have been before. And so you might be seeing things in this way from a more powerful perspective than you were at a different time. But again, you guys definitely have some passion for them. Um, and it also, of course, at the very end could just simply mean that you're wanting them to be like this, right? So inside of your heart space, again, I just feel that you guys are missing them at this time or feeling them a little bit more than you might have been in the past, right? So you guys could be just feeling the emotions between you guys and feeling that passion, right? And missing it and desiring it, but also at the same time being much more in control of that than you would have been in the past, okay? So, like for instance, I'll give a little example. The Knight of Cups is kind of like somebody that's dreamy, idealizes things, like the classic dreamer, right? And so they might be, come forward with this great little thing, and but then it doesn't really work out in the end, right? Because it's a little bit more fleeting and flighty, right? So, but you guys have kings and queens here, so it's more about being secure there with your feelings and your truth, okay? So I'm going to move that stuff up, and we're going to get an outcome now, okay? So a potential outcome for you guys. And though I know I said this video is for this week, but still, time is fluid, man. So, dear Spirit, what can you tell me about the outcome? Give me a potential outcome for this divine couple. I get 5 cards for you guys. Okay, so first card that we have is the Ace of Cups, okay, which is interesting because in the heart space you guys had 2 cups cards, right? King and Queen. So Ace of Cups is about a new emotional beginning, feelings outpouring. This crow drinking from this cup, right? There's plenty of water to go around, literally drinking from the emotions and having lots of it, okay? So there's going to be an emotional expression, an emotional beginning between you guys, okay? Something is going to be expressed. I'll see more about what's going to be expressed, but there is going to be a new beginning in love. You then have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about moving away from conflict or negativity, right? It's about reaching a more positive mental state, getting towards a place in which the relationship and where you guys feel more comfortable, you guys feel better. Also would indicate maybe you guys will be traveling to see each other, okay? So you guys might be traveling to see each other. You guys might live in different states or whatever's going on, okay? But there is going to be a new beginning in which you guys are going to either emotionally or physically close the distance between you guys. We then have the Eight of Wands. Okay, this is all about communication, guys. This is a really positive card to get. So it's saying that, you guys are going to get communication from your twin. There's going to be lots of communication coming from them. Okay. So it's going to be, a period of busyness is going to come. You then have the Two of Wands, right? So more action card. Now, this is a slower action card. Next to the Eight of Wands, it's really about being able to plan where you guys are going, right? It's about coming together and really deciding how it is you guys want to share your vision for the world and what it is that you guys really want, okay? Again, an indication of travel, okay? I feel like there's a heavy, because the Eight of Wands is also about travel as well. Having 3 cards that could denote meanings of travel, to me, is saying that you guys are definitely going to be traveling to see each other, at least for this collective, okay? In some way, right? Could just be emotionally, but I feel there's going to be some physical travel that you guys it could be something as simple as a vacation that you guys are going to be taking together, but also, about, if you guys live in different states or countries or towns or whatever, okay? We then have the Two of Cups, okay? This is, another 2. That's 2 twos now, which is 4, and that's also a card of union, but 2 itself is a union card. But anyway, Two of Cups is soulmate, right? Relationship, definitely about coming together, sharing you guys' love, partnership, feeling connected to each other, giving each other an equal balance of love and emotions and respect, right? It's about beginning a relationship, right? This is definitely a card of relationships, okay, of some kind. Whether or not you guys becoming friends again or just going out, dating, whatever it may be. You guys feeling that love, okay? So that's a really good like space, okay? Um, and just to pull one more card, I wasn't going to, but I did. So we have the Sun, okay? And that's major arcana, the only major arcana in the spread, which is again about joyfulness, feeling young again, not looking young again, but feeling young again, and just being in a very happy state of being, feeling youthful, feeling free. Okay, indicating a very, very positive time for you guys. So this positive outcome for this collective is actually really, really good, guys. So, you know, again, this is very awesome, and ultimately, overall, this reading was pretty good. I never know what the hell I'm going to title these things. I just come up with a random thing. I should probably do better than that. But very good reading, okay, guys? So, as I say at the end of, I think, all my readings, if you guys are interested in booking a private reading with me, please let me know. I leave the descriptions for that in the description box, and my prices are pretty cheap, and I'm full of sarcasm for you guys. So, if you're interested, definitely book through me, and my return is like a day at the latest, like 24 hours. I usually get back to you guys. Okay, so all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Please let me know what's going on with your life. Anything that I can do to help you guys, definitely I'll try to respond to your comments, all right? So thanks, guys, so much for watching, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. All right, guys, see you.